Hey guys, what's going on? Going to take a quick look at Hedera, ticker for this is HBAR, and currently on the weekly time frame. A couple things as usual before I get into the details. If you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release new content, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you click away without doing that, you may have a hard time finding the channel again, just because this is a relatively new channel, just over 1,000 subscribers or so, and because of that, I'm not really prioritized in the search algorithm. Also, if you want an exchange to trade Hedera or pretty much any of the other coins that I talk about on this channel, I put a link to 3 different exchanges in both the pinned comment and the description. 2 of them require KYC, but they're pretty reputable exchanges. One of them is Bitget, the other is OKX. If you're okay with KYC, check those out because they're both offering you guys sign-up bonuses. If you do not want to do KYC, but you still want to trade Hedera and a whole bunch of other cryptos, check out the link for BingX. They will not require you to submit any of your personal information, and also they're offering you 150 USDT sign-up bonus, and the criteria to get that is pretty reasonable. So click the link and see what you have to do to get the 150 USDT. Pretty easy, and yeah, let's get into the analysis. So I've covered this coin several times in the past, and in those videos I kind of outlined exactly where I've marked these trend lines. If you want to trade Hedera, these are the levels that I recommend that you draw. I'll just go over them really quickly because I don't want to do it every single video, right? So you have this upsloping level of support. If you want to draw it on your chart, connect these lows with this here. So far we have 3 touches on this trend line. If Bitcoin breaks down, you can look to this upsloping level as a potential support, right? If this level broke, I mean, that would be terrible, right? But I do not anticipate this lower support line breaking, even if Bitcoin crashes. This should hold because we have confluence around this range. If the price does dump, we have this downsloping level of what was once a resistance. We broke above it, came back, retested it as a support level, which is what usually happens when you break a long-term level of resistance. It almost acts like a magnet, pulling the price back down to it. That retest has held, but that's not to say that you can't dump and retest it once again. And around this range, if the price does come down, that's when we're going to have the confluence again with this upsloping level of support and this broken resistance line. And currently that's around slightly over 4 cents. Now, of course, I'm not saying it's necessarily going to go there. We are currently at a support level. So I'm going to change the time frame. Actually, before I change the time frame, I might as well show you the other levels that you should draw in your chart based on the weekly. Take a horizontal line and just paste it right at the top here of these candle bodies here, and you'll see this level was a support right here briefly, and then when we came back up to it, it was a resistance, right? This was a great opportunity to get into a trade because we had confluence in this zone. You see we had this horizontal level of resistance, and also that lined up perfectly with this downsloping level of resistance. So anyone who had these levels marked on your chart entered a short right here, that would have paid off very nicely for them. Now the next level is going to be right here. So to draw that, identify the low of these candle bodies again on the weekly time frame, and just paste the line right there. Below that, the next level is going to be right here. I would draw it just from the bottom of this wick right here, this wick right here. Okay, so that about sums it up for that. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the time frame, and there are some things I want to show you here. Okay, so you see I had this upsloping level of support. Unfortunately, when we were around this point, it looked very bullish. It looked very good. I guess Bitcoin crashed and pulled the market down. So yeah, this break is not very good. So now on the way up, if it does end up coming up, you can extend this line out, and this is going to be a level of resistance now, right? So broken support is likely going to be resistance on the way back up. Okay, so this is broken, but we have a current level of support that we just broke down on a daily time frame. So not very good, guys. If you draw the candle body here from these bodies, connect it up to these bodies here, and then it was support once again right here. So at 3 points, this upsloping level of support held, and look what just happened, guys. We broke below it, and now this is the level, this is the local level of resistance that the price is going to struggle with, right? So I'm going to change the time frame just a little bit lower, and let's see how the price is reacting off this line. Okay, look, the price has broken down, come back up, and now this broken support line is the current resistance. So I would recommend that you draw this line based on the daily time frame, and then yeah, if you want to see how the price is reacting to it, just take it down to maybe the 4 hour, and you can see that sellers are looking at this level and they're probably using this as a backstop for their short positions, right? So not good at all. I personally would not enter a long trade on HBAR until we saw at least 4 hour candles closing above it. But honestly, even a 4 hour for me wouldn't cut it. I would want to see a daily candle body close back above this horizontal level of what was once a support. This is now the resistance. So for me, I mean, I hold HBAR long term on my ledger, but just a short-term long position, no. We broke below a level of support, and now we're just below it as a resistance. So I would want to see again daily candle bodies closing back above this line, and to see where that line is, just draw it on your chart, just the way I mentioned it. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, we are at a potential level of support. We don't have a lot of history in this region. Actually, you know what? I take that back. We kind of do it with support right here, support right here. So this will be the third touch on this horizontal trend line. So I'm going to take array, and I'm going to draw it. Again, I'm on the daily time frame. I'm going to draw it just below these candle bodies right here, extend it out, and you'll see, yeah, this is the horizontal support level. So right now, the local support is going to be right here at around slightly over 4 cents, so 0.0462, and the local resistance, as I mentioned, is this broken support, and that's currently around 0.0476. So very tight trading range. Bitcoin is looking weak. However, as long as we hold 27,200, we're okay. We're not breaking structure. So on Bitcoin, 27,200 is a level that you want to watch. If Bitcoin starts closing candle bodies on the daily below that level, then I would be very apprehensive about any long positions in Hedera for the short term. Okay, so I'm going to take this back to the 4-hour chart, and I want to give you a closer view of the current range. So yeah, this is the current resistance, this is the current support. If somebody wanted to play this range, of course, this is not financial advice, but the way I would personally do it, I would short when the price comes up here, a smaller time frame, place a stop loss above this wick, and target this lower level right here. So just theoretically, I want to see what kind of R&R that trade setup would give me. So if I were to enter short, you know what, I wouldn't enter a short where we currently are. I don't think this is going to be a good R&R. It's probably a 1-to-1. But if the price makes its way back up and I can enter, say, around right here, place my stop loss above this wick, and my take profit on that trade would be around this lower support line, this horizontal support line. However, I would front run that slightly. So something like that. This particular trade setup would give me an R&R, a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 3.67, meaning for every $1 I risk, I could potentially get $3.67 a return. So that's very good. I would only risk 0.63% to potentially get 2.32% to the downside. So that's one potential trade setup. Alternatively, if the price came down here, I could kind of do the same thing, but in a long, where I would enter the long position, place my stop loss below this support line, and then target this upper resistance line. However, I would be more likely in this current situation to enter short positions as opposed to long positions, right? Just because of how Bitcoin is looking. But again, Bitcoin is not in serious trouble until it breaks 27,200, a daily candle close below that level. You know what? I want to do one more thing. I want to take this back out to the daily. And I want to run a Fibonacci to see if there's any confluence in this level. So you see we have this horizontal support line, but if I take a fib, run it from the swing low right here, this wick, up to the swing high and drag it across. Yeah, okay. This level is also this 786 Fibonacci retracement level. So we do have confluence in this zone, guys. So that's a very good sign. So yeah, again, I would personally, if I wanted to long Hedera, just like a short-term or a mid-term trade, I would just wait for a daily candle to close back above this horizontal level of what was once a support. Daily candle close back above here, and then if that happens, I would probably target this zone right here at around slightly over 5 cents, so about 0.0536. Okay, and this level again is drawn on a weekly time frame, but I would front run it just based here. I don't want the sellers to come in before I'm able to take profits. Anyway, that about wraps it up for Hedera. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, smash the like button. And yeah, if you want to get notified when I release new videos, I'm going to try and cover Hedera a little bit more often than others, just because it seems these tend to be one of my most popular videos. So I guess a lot of you guys watching this are holding Hedera. So yeah, I'll try and cover this coin more often. And yeah, again, if you want an exchange to trade it on, check out the links in the pinned comment and the description. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.